Okay, I've come up with a new theory that you can make a fucking billion dollars with a B in a day. And I'm here to prove you guys that it is possible. And I don't give a fuck. If you wanna click off, get the fuck out of here. If you wanna listen, just stay. If you don't wanna listen, just get the fuck out of here. If you are limiting factors that it's not possible, oh, he's coping or anything. Because this video is gonna be long as fuck. I'm gonna be explaining every fucking detail that I have come across. And this is a thing that nobody in this fucking world will say this to you. I may sound insane, crazy, stupid. I don't give a fuck. I'm fine looking stupid. I'm fine. I'm ready to look crazy and stupid. Because this is a thing I don't think a lot of people will say to you guys about this shit. This video doesn't has any type of motivational edits, doesn't has fancy edits or something. It doesn't have any song backgrounds or anything. No dopamine shit. Pure facts, unedited, uncutted, and paused or anything. Okay, I just paused just to remember a word, but anything. So let's get straight to the point. $1 billion, $1 billion, $1 billion. The theory is that whatever you've been taught till now, whatever you know till now, is all fucking lie. And let me go with the theory first. I have written a fucking points that I just took points and all the stuff. Whatever you taught till now, let me take you back to the square root. Entrepreneurship is all about escaping from 9 to 5, making money, getting the financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom, retiring your parents, making your money back, getting the Lambo and all this stuff. Why do you think people want to get onto entrepreneurship? Because they're in a 9 to 5. They're stuck into something that they hate the most because they're slaves to some other people, because they don't know how to get out of the way and they want to know how to get out of the way. That's why people want to get into a 9 to 5. Sorry, get into the entrepreneurship. Why do people get into entrepreneurship? To achieve all this stuff. This is end result, end theory. That's level 1. Let's go back. Why the fuck people are even in a 9 to 5? Because, as you know, the rat race, matrix, government, all this stuff. And I'm not saying it's not real at all. It's all real. Life's a fucking game, and by game I mean actually it's a fucking game. If you see your name, it's a title, or it's your name, player's name, title, status, everything, intelligence, speed, strength, knowledge, senses. It's like solo leveling in real life. If you don't know what solo leveling, it's an anime, manhwa, some stuff. I'll get to that point later. Ever since you were born, we all went to school, college, high school degree and all this. I didn't went to high school degree. I'm a college dropout. I'm a stupid idiot, but I know a lot more than you guys. College, we have been programmed that we have to go to college, degree, then get into more cost student debt or anything, educational loan, then get into fucking 9 to 5 slaver asshole, then get married to a mid-ass midget girl who keeps on nagging us for the rest of our life. We don't even like that person because we don't have choices, because we haven't built that thing yet, because we weren't taught that how to get 10 on 10 girl, how to make fuck ton of money. We were just simply told the basic essentials to keep us slave to a certain topic, say stuck to a certain theory based. And how is that done? You've been programmed ever since you were born. You were being programmed. You were born to slave into this shit before you even got to know about it. Your parents are the great example. Your parents were brainwashed. My parents were brainwashed. My mom is still brainwashed. I don't blame any of you guys. My parents are brainwashed into thinking that this is that. So the brainwash shit, the slavery is all connected to the roots. It's such a fucking thing that people have been brainwashed even before they've been born through their parents, because they are the one who add in the mindset, because your parents are the one that teach you how to do that shit. There's 100 millions of religion, culture, languages and all those stuff. Not hundreds of religion, but you get my point. That they are Muslim, Christian, Hinduism, everything. Every parent has a certain thing, so they teach you certain language, and then once you grow up you get to a Christian or whatever religion you are. Okay, you learn that shit from whom? Your parents. You are a born empty canvas. If you're a broke ass person, if you're born in a poor family, Of course, if your parents are broke, then they are gonna teach you what they know. They will teach you how to do what they are doing because they are broke. So they will only teach you what broke people will do, like spend money and all those stuff. Go to a 9 to 5 then job. If you were born in the same poor family, but you were raised by a rich family ever since you were born, the rich people will teach you rich stuff on how to avoid broke people's shit, how to avoid job and make their own business. Same theory goes there. So government has planned you into thinking that this is how it's done. Now you might be thinking, how, where the fuck is your billionaire? How to make $1 billion a point? How you're gonna make that shit? Hold your fucking horses. If you don't understand this theory, if you don't have the balls, if you don't have the patience to listen this theory, you will never fucking make a single penny out of in your life. You get the theory? So, back to the theory. You've been programmed, right? 9 to 5 everything. And there's a certain point that you just can't believe, you just can't live in this 9 to 5 shit and you just hate that shit. And the expenses are too much, debt is too much, you have lack of money, shit is crashing out, your life is fucked up, everything is fucked up. So what do? You search up ways to make extra income, side incomes, side hustles. That's where you get introduced to entrepreneurship because you get uncomfortable in a situation, you get arise to a problem, you get met up with the circumstances that leads you into searching more. The hunger that I need more to improvise more, I'm meant for more. There's gotta be a way. Then you look up for entrepreneurship. Then you get introduced to all the side hustles, dropshipping, MMA, SMMA, trading, Amazon FBA, personal branding. Okay, personal branding is this thing that's important no matter what. I'm not gonna include personal branding. That's the product, affiliate marketing, networks marketing, pyramid bullshit, everything that you know in your fucking life. And there are a bunch of influencers in doing that shit. So once you get out of this thing, once you get to know, okay, oh, so I can make my 9 to 5 income, yearly income in a fucking month, and even in a fucking hour, by through via these methods. Which one that suits you the most? That's not like which one works the best, which one is the best. It's like which model you choose and stick to the longest. That's how you make fucking money. And okay, you've been taught and all this stuff, you go to the influencer route. So there are a bunch of influencers teaching you how to make this much money, how to do this way, that and that. And for the biggest people, I would say right now in the industry is like Iman Gadzi. He was fucking you guys with SMMA. I'm not gonna say anything bad about him. I'm just gonna say every shit I know. It's not his fault or something. You guys gotta make the bread somehow. He used his opportunity right well. If I was in his place, I would have done the same thing. But SMMA, he was selling SMMA is the best. Okay. Then he reached a certain point. He got bored. Now he's like glazing digital products. And now he's telling you guys that personal branding is essence, where he should have told it before. But if you tell someone that that's the thing way before, then it's nothing. So you same goes to like all the creators. They will keep on telling you that is the method and they will do something else. Like Luke Belmar. What was he doing? He was doing drop shipping. Then he found out there's a better way. Then he moved to crypto. And then he found out even better way. Content distribution. He saw Andrew Tate working that shit, like content everywhere, his face everywhere. Then he did the same shit. And he barely posted any fucking content for years. And how the fuck do people still know about him? Content distribution. He grew his personal brand to masses of clippers and all those stuff, blah blah blah, going on to simply couple of podcasts, couple of videos, and let the people do the shit for him. So that's how he made most of his money, then got all the attention, then funneled into the Capital Club and all the meetings and all those stuff to get all the attention, credibility and all. So all these influencers you might know till now. Okay, let's say that's not their fault at all. I'm not gonna blame them at all. Okay, that's all cool. How do again billionaire points? They all teach you certain amount. Drop shipping, you can make $1 million a month, max to max, or 10 million a month, 100 million a month, or something. Trading, you can make a lot of money, stakes and all those stuff. By SMMA, you can go max to max 10k a month, or even $1 million a month. But after 10k a month, 30k a month, you are typically a 9 to 5 slave to the agency and SMMA because it has its limits. You then need fucking team, and you You gotta handle your team and all this stuff. It's basically a 9 to 5 shit for a typical amount of time. I would never go to SMMA, to be honest. It's just like, okay, 10k a month, 20k a month, smooth, sweet. But once you gotta make more money, then it's just typically 9 to 5 shit. So fuck this shit. So it's like every single shit has a limiter, okay? So every opportunity till now, you know that okay, entrepreneurship is like all these fucking things that everything guarantees you a certain amount of money. 10k a month, 100k a month, coaching business 100k a month, or even $1 million a month. Digital products doesn't have any all the stuff. Digital products, $1 million a month, 100 million a month, by that all the stuff. Drop shipping, you can make 100 million a month, 10 million a month, $1 million a month, or $2 million a month. Then you gotta all the expenses, all the stuff. Trading, you got risk for 2 to 3 years. You gotta risk your ass off. Then you gotta then you can start making 100k a month and all the stuff. There's a pattern in this shit. That most of guys won't ignore. I know it's like 11 minutes long. The bitches, the pussies, most of the people have already skipped through this part. That would have already clicked off this video because they don't have the patience to hear the truth that's gonna come out. I'm gonna start saying this shit around even more. The creators that till now, they've been introduced this by someone else. They made this thing by their own. Some of them might have made this own, but they all have limits. They all have been taught till this now. They have learned from mentors who are making couple of $1 million and all those stuff. They know till a certain point. All business model has a limit. You can make $1 million a month, but you gotta work a lot and all this. Of course, I'm not saying that you will do nothing and make fuck ton of money. You gotta add in the work. So all this has limits, and I think whatever till now, all the stuff, dropshipping, trading, SMMA, all this business model will keep on coming. People will keep on farming you guys. You guys are the sauce. You guys are the method. Why the fuck wouldn't you guys know that shit? Everyone is focusing on building their personal brand, their personal shit that's gonna print their money. But everyone will focus on building the brand, then sell their fucking skill. That will of course make them this much money. So why has no one introduced the fact that you can make $1 billion a month? Have you seen anyone telling you that you can make $1 billion a month? Fuck no. Have you seen anybody mentioning that you can make $1 billion a day? Not even a single damn video about it. You might have never seen that shit ever. You might have. And people right now, half of the people, oh fuck you, $1 billion a day, that's almost impossible. Get the fuck out of this video. This is not for you if you're watching this shit. Half of the people might be like that. And half of them, okay, how? After they get to this stuff, then they don't just listen. They just consume it blindly for dopamine shit. There's not even a single guy that have told you how to make $1 billion. Because they don't know that shit yet. And no one has introduced that information to them yet. So these all people have limiters. Because they know to a certain point. And entrepreneurship is just like that shit. People get into entrepreneurship thinking that this is the bare minimum because they don't know their potential at all. Let me go through my points. Mindset. So, like I said, there are categories of people, human beings, models. I'll keep on saying models because that sounds cool. I'm a model, by the way. There are categories of people who know. Why do you think the first guy, the very first theory I introduced, 9 to 5 people, there are gonna be a couple of 9 to 5 people. Okay, half of them will just accept the fact that they are meant to slave their asses off under someone else. Some people are born to be slaves. Constructions, 9 to 5 job office assholes, the village people and all those stuff. All the middle class people. Middle class people are just dumbass, broke ass people. You don't want to be a middle class people because all they know is just get into better degree, spend fuck ton of money, then spend all their fucking money into getting into 9 to 5 and then buying fuck ton of credit card debts, then they end up paying their whole life paying that debt and put that fucking curse, that rat cycle same to their kids and poor people. Of course they're gonna do the same shit but in a even worse way. They are gonna live in a worse life than middle class people. So like I said again, half of them would just accept their fucking fate, and half of the 9 to 5 people, even there's a category. So there are like three categories. The one who will accept their fate as a 9 to 5 guy, other guy, the other theory, they both wanna break through of it. They both wanna break through of this shit, 9 to 5 shit. And one of the guys will, like both of them will think, okay, there's gotta be a way, and both of them are being introduced on entrepreneurship, and they get introduced, okay, wow, this is a way that I can do that shit. So one person go learns it, fails, give up. That's another guy. So fuck him as well. And another guy who's hungry as fuck, okay, I wanna make this shit happen. I wanna get the fuck out of him more than anyone else. So that guy will make it out. And he's been introduced to a certain business model or any opportunities due to this due to sales, gardening, or whatever the fuck, to just get the fuck out of that shit. So that's one thing. You get into entrepreneurship, into that type of mentality that you know, okay, I can do that shit, that's possible, I can make it happen. And there's another guy, oh, it's hard, I cannot do this, that's too much. So three categories. One will accept their fucking fate, that there's no way, fuck you. Another guy will try, fail, and just say, oh fuck it, it's super hard. The third guy will try, fail, then make it happen. Then they get introduced to that thing, and then even there's a limit, there's a thing. And for the guys, the third one guys, even there's a limit. People who will settle for less, okay, they made couple of $1,000, okay, cool, I don't have to work for 9 to 5, but I'll settle for the less. They are the pussies. They'll make couple of money, okay, they are free from 9 to 5, they'll work for less money. And once the inflation occurs, once the inflation hits, the expenses are increased, the emergency or anything happens, then boom, they are back to 9 to 5. So fuck that shit. Other than the entrepreneurs who made it happen, there is two categories. Again, the categories keep on increasing. One will keep on being hungry and keep on. It's not greediness. People who call this shit as greediness are fucking idiots, fucking assholes. They are not human beings. They are slaves. Because when you're young, it's not about youth. When you're into something character development shit, self-improvement, making money, there's no such thing as greediness. We are human beings. We are mortals that are meant to poke our asses, poke our noses into things that's not supposed to be happening. We are meant to do something better. We are always hungry for success. We are always hungry for the next big thing. So, the thing is that, yeah, you know what's greediness? Once you know that it's too much, I should not be blind about that shit. Money. Everything's about money. I wanna get this land. I wanna get this everything. Everything's mine. Nothing's about you. Fuck you. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. Everything's mine. Money. I will kill someone for fucking money. I want that shit more than anyone else. That's greediness. It's like gambling. If you know in a casino that's okay, that's enough, I'm gonna lose all my fucking shit, and you're still greedy, and if you're making some money and you're winning, okay, I want more. That's greediness. Not knowing your thing that, okay, I gotta stop in this. If you have no emotional stop, if you have no control over your brain mindset, then you're a fucking monkey, idiot. A mammal, almost similar to human shit, but with no brains. So all this 19 minutes into this, so everything I told you till now, I told you the basics. This is just the basics. Like I said, this is gonna be long ass video, and the people who actually wanna make $1 billion a day, who actually will make their life successful, will watch this video till then. I don't know how long this is gonna take, because this is a theory I've written with lot of points, and people are gonna look at me because I'm gonna be making $1 billion in 3 days. then I'm gonna make $1 billion a day and gonna keep making $1 billion an hour. I'm gonna prove that. If you watch this whole video, you'll understand what the fuck I'm trying to say, and you may reach that point, because I know for a fact that half of the people might have already fucked off the video. Half of the people will watch this video to land, and the 10% of the people will okay, this works. He might be onto something. He might be saying some shit. 5% would be okay. That's a lot of value. Oh my god, he's doing some shit. And rest 4% or 5% would actually add in the work. And in that 4%, 3% would just quit because it's too fucking hard. And the 1%, not even 1%, it's like 0.0001% of the person, that one guy will make it happen. So if there's a millions of people watching this, I bet even a single guy can make $1 billion from watching this video, because like a one person who's hungry as fuck for this shit as much as I am will make it out. So you might be thinking, how are you gonna make that much amount of money? First of all, it all starts with your mindset. If you believe that shit can happen, it can happen. Why did I told you guys all that stuff? Because when you were in a 9 to 5, you were taught that 9 to 5 is the only way. Government brainwash you into thinking that, your parents brainwash you into thinking that, your friends, everything that you know till now, whatever you have been taught till now, have brainwashed you to a certain topic, certain limit. They have been only taught you a certain thing. Do you think, if you didn't do that research, if you didn't look out for the side hustle way, if you didn't think of a way that there's more, I can't live in this fucking hell, I can't live in a 9 to 5, would you have searched about entrepreneurship? If you didn't like your current situation, if you weren't uncomfortable, if you weren't fucked up, if your life wasn't in the trenches, would you have stepped out of comfortability, your comfort zone, and search of entrepreneurship, drop shipping, or whatever the business models? Would you have even got introduced? So once you got introduced to a certain mindset, certain belief system, certain topic, certain proof and information, then only got to know, okay, I can make my 9 to 5 yearly income in a fucking day, in a fucking hour. For example, if you're making $25,000 a year or $100,000 a year, then you search for entrepreneurship and all those stuff, then you got to know, okay, I can do online business, coaching, personal branding, selling digital products, all this stuff, drop shipping, trading, whatever. You just stick to one business model and you finally made $25,000 in an hour a day after learning a lot, thinking and improvising. But you got introduced to a new certain thing, your lifestyle changed, mindset changed, your behavior, everything, perspective of your life just fucking flipped. You just flipped your fucking script because you were willing to move on, because you were willing to get called fucking crazy. You were willing to go out of your comfort zone in order to learn something new that you didn't knew was possible. Because you believed in yourself that, okay, I can do that shit, I can make more money, I don't want to live this life. So you believed in that gut institution and you passed that loop of faith and made it out. Same shit goes to this shit. You don't know if $1 billion a day, an hour is possible because you haven't been introduced to that certain mindset yet, haven't been introduced to that certain information. That the reason you're poor is because you're poor here. The reason it seems impossible because you don't have the information, the certain eyes, mindset, the theory that makes it seem possible. If you can't see it or believe it in here first, believe in yourself first that you can do that shit, you can never reach to a certain point. If you don't believe that version of yourself, there's a version of yourself has already made it, you can do it too, then you can never make it out. So that's why I told that this is important, because it's not gonna be short as dopamine edit video, it's gonna be long as video. There's even more theories, there's even more points to make it happen. And Also, of course, I'm gonna reveal how I'm gonna make it out. And also, I will review that even if I say this shit, how I'm gonna make $1 billion. And if once I make that $1 billion and post it and get viral, get my name all over the world, why nobody would be able to do this shit? Only I'm capable of doing it. And there might be a single percent of a person. There might be a single guy. Even after 10 billion people watch me, out of them, couple of 2, 5 people. That's the number of people will make it out. If 10 billion people watch this fucking video, that can happen. I don't know. Might happen. I'm abundance. It can happen. Out of 10 billion people, I guaranteed only 4, 2, 1 people will make $1 billion, like me. It's serious. It's not fucking joke. The version you knew about me has already surpassed that shit that I was posting. Digital products, personal branding, how to do this and that. I was a fat ass person with limited beliefs, limiters, the chains of limits, who had nothing that much. I was just a newbie year ago. Okay, I'm hot. Yeah, it all happened because I started working out. I first started doing the mindset changed because I started doing some basic shit. I was fat as fuck. So what did I did? I didn't have money to go to the gym. So what did I did? I started running 10 kilometers per day every day. Started doing 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats every single day. And guess what? I lost 30 kgs or some shit, 30 or 40 kgs. I went from 118 kgs to 74 kgs. I became more confident, more bold, started making better, precise decisions. My mind became clear. I got closer to God because I was a fat ass, lazy person. Once I started getting active, my brain started working more, got freshness. And I'm sitting in a fucking hot room because whenever I turn on the fan, my brain just doesn't work much. I think like that. Whenever it's hot, I just feel hot. And that's just a fucking excuse. So back to the topic. No more getting out of the fuck way. So you have to believe that you can make that version. Because I'll give you a small hint on how you can do it. You are not a singular version, okay? The version you are, the current guy you are, guy or girl, whatever you're watching this video. You have to believe that in this world, not just Earth, we mortals have variants of ourselves. We have multiple versions, dimension, realities of ourselves. I 100% believe it. There's an alternate reality of every single shit you do. For example, you are fucking broke right now. You are fat or something. There's another reality, another dimension, another world, another universe of you, another reality, another version of you who's rich as fuck, fat, jacked as fuck, has everything you ever dreamed of. He did something different in order to reach us. He had the same circumstances but still managed to pull out because he believed in himself and did something different in order to reach that potential. Why do you think he did it? You gotta think in that way. There are multiple scenarios. It's like there are multiple realities where you could have went to a 9 to 5 job completely and just lived your life and you just would have just died. And there's a reality of yours. You never went to 9 to 5. You just made fucking millions of dollars, billions of dollars. And there's a version of you who was lost for a long time, 9 to 5 shit. Then he got introduced to the shit. Then started upgrading his life slowly and steadily. He got rich late, but he got and made it out than being a 9 to 5. Then he got into better relationship. There might be a version of you who might have made it, but was just too greedy and lost it all. There is a version of you had everything toxic as fuck and just killed himself. Toxic relationship, toxic shit and everything. So you gotta keep in mind that there are billions of alternate reality of yours. Oh, sorry, my mom's calling me. I can't pick up her phone because I'm talking some real shit. So, you gotta keep in mind that every decision you take creates an alternate reality, creates an alternate version of you. Ever since ever since you were born, ever since you were born, you are the original timeline. You are living in the original timeline. You are the original version of yourself. You are the original version of yourself. So, if you think you are the only version of yourself, if you are the only guy, only person, woman, or whatever, then you're a fucking idiot. Because every action you take in your fucking life has its meaning. Every direction you choose, if you take a girlfriend, if you break up with her, in an alternate version, you could have stayed with her if you were not a fucking idiot. If she was toxic, then fine. Like, I explained that shit already. You are the original timeline version of yours. But if you fuck up, if you end up dying, that version gets passed on. I know this sounds too beyond your puny brains, puny peanuts, but whatever I'm saying is the fucking truth. Because I don't view from a 2D vision. I have a vision. If I could give you my mind, my mindset, my way of thinking to you guys, you would have been amazed what the fuck I'm thinking. If you think God is not real, you're a fucking idiot. He is the fucking entity who is beyond abundance, infinity, beyond the reality of universes, creation and everything. Who do you think was there before all the universe creation, space creation? There's got to be an entity, immortal being. He's beyond immortality. And if you think you are it's like going into a fucking ocean and thinking you are the big fish. There's always gonna be a bigger killer whale fish in the fucking ocean. Same theory goes into the business. If you think you are making 100 million a day, or sorry, 100 million a month, there's always gonna be a fucking guy who's gonna make $1 billion a month. There's always gonna be a fucking guy who's gonna make $100 million an hour, a day, or even a minute. There's always gonna be someone who's beyond your fucking capabilities, beyond reach. And you think there's no such thing called as God? I don't care, I don't believe if they're fucking different religion, different version. I think all these gods that you see right now, even my God, even your God, some may pray to Allah, some may pray to Jesus, some may pray to Krishna, Vishnu. There are a lot of gods, okay? There are thousands of gods. I'm not gonna point out which one is the best or something. They all are gods. What do you think? Why do you think there are religions to separate people differently and all this stuff? Why? There's gotta be a reason. Every character, every story of God, like Bible, Quran, Bhagavad Gita, and all those the books, why do you think they all have similarities? Certain things in common, that God will come, they all died, sacrificed for their own pain, and all this, did all the great stuff, have different stories, different stuff, but they all similarly connected. They came to the world, did some good stuff, created some unique beliefs, and left a message that they all will return together. Makes sense? God is a single entity, single being who has multiple forms. God doesn't have any color, character, or anything. He is limitless. He is not bound to a single thing. If you think that he is black, white, orange, you're fucking idiot. Why do I keep saying about realities, about God? Because you need to expand your way of knowledge. It's not just about making $1 billion a month. It's not just about money. If you click this video only about learning about money, then fuck off, man. Get the fuck out of this video. Don't watch this video, because if your end goal is just about money, I want to make $1 billion a month. End goal, I'm saying about end goal. Fuck everything. Think that you have made everything and you're still having the goals of, okay, I want to still make more money. You're a fucking idiot. You're just a fucking slave to the money. Money is controlling you. Even if you make $100 billion a month or any much amount of money, you're just a fucking slave to the money. You don't have any purpose in your life. You don't have ultimate goals. The ultimate goal should always be having a purpose, chasing the character, chasing the freedom and the character, not just freedom. If you're only thinking about freedom, then you're a fucking idiot. You cannot just have freedom. What the fuck are you gonna do with freedom? You're gonna be a fucking monkey, a fucking idiot without a cage, without a zoo, a fucking monkey without in a jungle, roaming around, having abundance of bananas and everything. Don't be that guy. You gotta be the lion who has no cage, who has the purpose of ruling an empire, ruling a kingdom, and making some shit happen, becoming the king of the jungle. Why do you think lions are more preferred as a superior entity, superior being than other animals like tiger, hippos? They all are fucking strong than them. Elephants are more strong than them. There are animals who can fuck the lions in a second or something. He is called the king of the jungle for a fucking reason. So, let me ask you again. What's your ultimate purpose, ultimate goal? If I had to answer myself, what's my goal? What's my ultimate purpose? My goal is to make $1 billion an hour. I'm saying first the thing that will lead me to freedom. It's a fucking tool. Money is a fucking tool. If you think money is evil, then fuck off. Money is not evil. It's just a tool to access freedom and chasing something better. Everyone says that you should not be the jack of all trades, but they are a bigger jackass than anyone else. Of course, when you're starting out, you gotta learn a certain basic, certain skill. Then you gotta move out to doing jack of all trades, because that's the key to build up character. If you're only good at sucking dick, I mean, if you're only good at gym, if you're only good at lifting weights, and your brain is fucked up like peanuts, you are not learning any new stuff, you are only going to the gym and doing all this stuff, then you are just muscles with no brains at all. A walking douchebag, a walking pile of muscle with no strength. There's always gonna be a guy with decent physique but good intelligence, has balance, and just gonna beat the shit out of you. He would just fuck you in acupuncture points, acupuncture points, or do some solar plexus move like this and just fuck you up in the middle. Your muscles mean nothing. There's always can be a guy who can just fuck you up in the heart by a certain move or like this. I won't show this, so I don't want to get demonetized. You get my point. So, let me go back to the theory, the points I was gonna say. Mindset is ultimate thing. The key to know is that whenever you are in a despite what do you call that thing? Whenever you're in a problem, situation, condition, you always gotta think in a different reality, in a different dimension, alternate way of thinking. And ask yourself, what will my alternate version of myself do? Him. Define him. And by him, don't just say him. There are multiple versions of him. You always gotta think your version of him. For me, my version of him has abundance of everything. He is the walking aura. He is the Mr. Aura. Everyone looks up to him, fears him. He has made billions of dollars in just out of air. He buys shits like that. He's a fucking walking Bruce Wayne, Tony Stark type shit. He has no limits. He is best at martial arts. He's the best at boxing. Every fucking martial arts. He has mastered all the martial arts. He has abundance of love, wealth, blessings of God, everything. He has abundance of everything, knowledge and all. He has the best physique, everything. He is the best. Or everyone. I don't care if it's Elon Musk, Mike Tyson, physique wise, or fighting skill wise, or anything. He's the best in every single shit. And I always think about that. And he had the same situation of me being broke in a fucking hut, $100 phone, no net. I don't have internet access. I'm running on a free internet access like I got from Vodafone or something. So he made $1 billion in just 100 MB of internet data with a fucking Android phone, because that's possible. Here's him. He knows something. The only difference between me and him is the right mindset and knowledge. So you always gotta think, what would that version of myself would do, him version of myself would do at the certain circumstances. What would have he done to reach a certain point? What would have he done to maintain that relationship? To maintain, how would have he made billions of dollars? Made, how would have he reacted to people? If he walks in to a certain thing, everyone looks up to him because his aura just can't let people, to not look at him at all. He's a fucking aura, walking aura. People look up to him. You gotta keep thinking in that version. So that's why people tell you you gotta become that version of you, that version of reality who makes that amount of money or does something great before becoming that version. You have to change your mind, mentality. You gotta brainwash your brain because, bitch, you're best at brainwashing. You've been brainwashed by your fucking parents. You've been brainwashed by your fucking dickhead friends. You've been brainwashed by the government. You've been brainwashed literally every single second of your life. Teachers, everything, the news you watch is all fucking lies. The shit that you've been watched is by the governments, by the media. They all pays the shit that they all pay the shit that they want you to watch. That's why I never watch TV at all. Fuck you, TVs. I'm not gonna let my wife watch it. My girlfriend, that's gonna be my wife. I know because she's the one. That whatever you are consuming, the social media, Instagram, TikTok, X, the Twitter, YouTube, all this content, why do you think people have made it? To keep the people in check that they don't become something, to give you something entertainment shit so you can stay distracted. The news that you watch on TV, that this much happened, GDP, BDP, news, this much inflation, that's harmful, don't do this, buy this product. Why do you think people keep on inventing shit? Back then we didn't have any problems about, any amount of stuff. We were happy, you with living our life to the best. But now, if you don't buy this product, you will be fucked up, you will be ugly as fuck. You will have fucked ton of pimples if you don't buy this sunscreen. Bro, sun is the cause of growth and also it's the main vitamin D source of vitamin D, raw source. Now people are giving you pills, fucking pills. They are selling you drugs, like medicines. Make money. People are making fuck ton of money just from fucking medicines. They will give you fuck ton of medicines on do this and that, buy this and that, this. They will give you fucking. They will sell you something product like if you don't buy this shit, your relationship will fail, your fortune will miss fortune. Those fucking things. TV is meant for brainwashing shit. I'm not gonna have a TV, and even if I have TV, I'll just use it for time pass, like games and all that stuff. Games are okay to a limit. Even the games are, I think, even the games are there to keep you locked in. But when you are free, when you know that shit is just a game, that's not real, that is just solely for entertainment purpose. When you're conscious about that shit, then it's okay to have some fun a little bit, but not too much. If you get addicted, then you're in falling into a trap. So everything you watch, consume, you gotta have your eyes open. You have to consume intentionally, only to get some knowledge. Only consume when you gotta know some important stuff. I don't even want you to consume at all, to be honest. If you're watching this, okay, don't watch the video afterwards. But if you're learning something new, I'd say yeah, go watch it, but don't go watch another video after watching it. Whatever you learn, implement that knowledge immediately. Don't watch another, or else you will be confused. Okay, this guy said this method, I'll try this method, but this guy said different method. I don't know which one to do. I'll fuck off and I'll do the thing later after consuming another third video. And that's how you keep consuming into this rat cycle of consumers shit. You are not meant to be a consumer. God sent you to be a creator. We are a species, we are mortal beings who are meant to create some shit. And let me tell you something. I have cleared your mindset goal, everything. So I told you the theory of the 9 to 5 shit, entrepreneurship, that every entrepreneurship thing is like Creators you know till now, they only know till a certain point and they only want to make money out of that shit. You will see all the big influencers, they all want to make money. Of course, I have no shit against them. I don't even want to get into that stuff. You gotta make some money somehow. So I don't blame them. But they all only know till a certain point. No one has ever told you how to make $1 billion or something. So I'm not gonna tell you straight away, because if I told you how to make this shit straight away and then tell you about, how this shit works, about a mentality, you will never listen. You will never understand. First of all, you will never make it at all, because if you don't understand the theory of how it's done, you won't value that shit. You won't value it at all. You won't understand the character that needs to make $1 billion. You know how much $1 billion is a lot? You know how much $1 billion is, right? It's a fuck ton of money. See, I caught you. You thought it's a fuck ton of money. I just brainwashed you in a second ago. I told you $1 billion is a lot. It's a fuck ton of money. You see how easy it is to brainwash your ass. I'll tell you something. It's not hard at all. $1 billion a day, an hour, is easy as fuck. Government if you search how to make $1 billion a day, there will be fuck ton of people saying it's not possible, it's too much, it's a rare species, let's explore it together. That sounds gay as fuck. Government doesn't. I know it's gonna be government glazing a lot, but government doesn't want you to know about that information, because have you ever seen a creator making $1 billion a month or something, or even a day? Have you seen a creator, influencer, or anyone that you look up to? Have you seen? No. Have you seen a way of getting $1 billion? Yeah, there might be stock trading, stocks, buying companies, growing SaaS products, and all those stuff. There might be a couple of ways. Creating a social media platform or something that makes, reaches this much amount after a certain amount of time, then you make $1 billion. But have you ever thought about it? That if a government is capable of making you brainwash into thinking that 9 to 5 is the only way, it will of course will want you to hide the information that makes $1 billion a day. You go and search on Google and all this stuff, and even if you search dark web, yeah, I've been into dark web. No, I'm not into dark web. I think I just look out of the information that if it's possible to see in dark web. No, it's not. That level of information has been hidden with you. Do you know Area 51? You might have heard it. People are told aliens are not possible, and now government is revealing that aliens are real. They exist and all this. Why? They don't want you to fucking panic. They don't want you to realize that you are fucking slave. You are just a fucking tool for them. Government doesn't care about it, to be honest. You pay all the fucking taxes and you get what? Roads. Oh, fuck you. You won't even get that shit. You get nothing. Fuck you. I get to take all your money. That's what government is. Oh, sorry, God. So that's all done. Life is a fucking game. If you don't believe that it's a game already, then you're already cooked. You have to start you have to realize this soon, that it's a fucking game. It's none of this is real. You can change your script, you can change the stats of your character within a fucking day. I may sound crazy. I'm ready to look crazy. Because whatever you see is a fucking game. The room I'm living right now, it's all because of my old stats, old character. He didn't know how to do that shit. He didn't have the mindset that I have right now. He didn't have the access of anything, because he was being brainwashed by his own mother, brother, people around him, society, own parents and friends, that it's not possible, you're thinking too much big and all those stuff. If you have a certain goal, never tell it to anyone until it's done. Or even if you tell it, you have to be careful to whom you tell it. Because what you see, what vision you might have for yourself, what God might have given to you, others don't see that from their perspective. If you don't treat your life like a game, you are cooked. Go to the gym, get your physique fixed. That's the basic shit that you can do. My bad. get your physique fixed. You will start thinking better. People who don't want to get into comfort, that oh my god, it pains, it hurts. Bitch, you're a fucking bitch. It's supposed to be painful if you are doing something bad. Sorry, if you're doing something good or something different than others. Fat ass people will say you don't need muscles. Skinny ass people will say you don't need muscles. Looks doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter. Bitch, you're a dumbass. And then you see your bitch getting laid by the bad guy. There's no such thing as bad guy thing. If it's like survival, game of survival of the fittest. In the early Stone Ages, if you weren't strong, if you weren't providing enough, another tribe of guy will just pick up your girlfriend and just move out. There was not such thing as wife and fuck him up. So if you don't have finance, if you are not able to provide financially, if you are not confident enough, if you don't have the balls to do what you said you would do, then you are not worthy of keeping a woman with you. Women love masculine men. The men who are unbreakable as fuck, who don't get manipulated by their own tricks, their tests and all this stuff, who will prioritize their purpose more than themselves. Women only chase people more than people who chase them. Like if you chase a woman, she won't give a fuck about it because you are just 99. Like you are just like rest of 99 people who beg for attention. Or women get attention 24/7. Women get people like dickheads like these. Oh, you are so cute and all this stuff. But if you, yeah, I'm not saying to be harsh about your woman. I have a girlfriend. I love her. She is hot, cute, and everything. I told her. I told her a couple of times. But there are times I told you, you're a fucking idiot, you're a fucking fat ass. You need to get the fuck out and start working out. You need to stop saying negative shit. You're a fucking bitch in this certain area. And I even told her, I'm not gonna fucking meet you at all until I become the best version of myself, until I achieve my own goals. Because your father needs a man who can take care of her daughter. I can't be a fucking douchebag. Oh, I love her, if I cannot provide her anything at all. And she was like, fuck, this guy is different. And to keep you in mind, I was ugly as fuck when she met me. I was fat as fuck. I was, like I said, I was 118 kgs. But you know why she chose me? There were hundreds of, boys in her fucking DMs. Hot looking guy or whatever weird ass looking guy. Do you know why she chose me? Because I had fucking goals. I had that unbreakable mindset. I was the one. Even though I was fat, I had a fucking goal. I was not desperate. I was being real of myself, authentic. That bitch, if I don't like that shit, I don't like that shit. Why would I be here? Have boundaries. I know what I want to do. That's why she stayed with me. And that's why she loved the version of me who was living in a fucking hut. Now I moved to a better place. I eventually also, I got a girlfriend, so I gotta man the fuck up as well, right? I was doing my, before even meeting her, I was still doing my shit. I was getting better and all this stuff. I just started, I was getting my shit better. And after meeting her, my shit only got even better. I got my mindset even fixed. I lost a lot of weight. Might have gained some muscle or something. So that's mindset way. And let me tell you, if you still have fucking mindset beliefs, let me tell you something crazy. I'm okay, I'm fine to look crazy in front of you guys. I'm okay of you calling me crazy, of saying that you are a fucking asshole. All you know is just yapping about that shit. Let me tell you guys. Back in 100 years ago, do you think 100 or 200 years ago, do you think flying in the air was like a magic shit? Do you think someone would have believed in you if you told that you can fly? The airplanes was not a such thing. If a guy who had the idea of wings and all, I think there were two people or something. There were a couple of guys who invented flying in the airplanes and all those stuff shit. You can fly and all this. Do you think someone would have believed that shit? People were crazy enough to believe that shit can happen, and those guys who had the idea made it possible. Prove the humanity wrong that it is possible. And now you are able to fly on private jets, fighter jets, airplanes, helicopters, choppers, and all the stuff. Now that's invented, right? Do you think people would have believed that you could have done in a couple of 200 years ago? If you follow rules, certain knowledge, if you're bound to certain things that it's not possible, then you're fucking doomed. But if you're like that 1% of the people who knows that they can do some shit that's possible, change the fucking life, they get to do, they get to rule the world, they get to be written on the names of the history, they get to be remembered on the history books and all this stuff. Why do you think so? Airplane. Then there was a guy who invented lights. Do you think light bulb or any of this thing would have been possible if that guy didn't have the balls to stand up? No, this shit is gonna work. Imagine how crazy that guy must have looked in front of people. Nikola Tesla or something, I guess. I don't know that guy was. I didn't give that much attention on my history class. I'm a dumbass, okay? I was not that school guy. I'm a dumbass, I'll admit it. But I'm not dumbass like you, who are bound with rules and all this stuff. I know what it takes to move on. So, whoever invented the bulb, who would have thought that shit would have been possible? Do you think he gave a fuck about others' opinion? Do you think he followed the rules? These people, Albert Einstein, the smartest man alive, he still remembered to this very fucking day because he was different. He was genius. He brought out some theory that no one would. Fuck. So there's always something. Do you think back in the Stone Age area, would someone believe that you could use fire to cook your food, you could use light to see stuff, you could have talked one person from other across the world, across the globe? Any of that shit would have mattered. There were people crazy enough to be called crazy, stupid to look. They were fine with looking stupid. They were fine with looking crazy. I am fine with looking crazy and stupid because I'm gonna prove the fucking world I can do that shit. I'm gonna be the first guy, Tony Stark or Bruce Wayne, Sung Jin Woo, Goku type of guy, to prove that it's real. I'm gonna be the Mr. Aura, having the best physique and all this stuff. Best physique, martial arts top tier like Goku. Sung Jin Woo's drip and looks and character. Mindset of Aizen. That no one can fuck with me. Why do you think I have non-fictional characters as my idol? Because I know mortals have fucking limits and they cannot go bypass that shit. If you have mortals, human beings as your idols, you are bound to have, okay, you will change your life to a certain point. You may reach to a certain limit. You will also end up having the same limits as those mortals, as those human beings. But if you think something impossible, something new that you believe, that God gave you that mindset, that God gave you something that only you could have done. If you look up idols such as non-fictional characters, such as fictional characters, like I said, Solo Leveling, Sung Jin Woo, Goku, Aizen, Gojo, all these fictional characters. Even God is a fictional character. Like, I'm not including him, he's beyond that entity. If you set goals like them, if you look up to these characters, I think you will reach a more bigger and vaster place than the way you look up to the models. Because they are immortals. Like, they are entities who don't exist. They are different dimension, different reality of people who have no fucking limits of mortal beings. So if you look up to them, you will of course have big shit. So if you're doing something crazy, if you have bigger goals, if you have ambitions like me, if you have something crazy that no one has heard about, don't waste it saying it to a lower minded guy. If you have big dreams, don't waste your time saying those big dreams to a smaller minded guy. You're only gonna fuck up. That's why I don't have any friends right now. That's why I don't have anyone believing in me right now. My mom thinks I'm crazy, my brother thinks I'm fucking idiot. My friends left me because I'm stupid, I'm egoistic, I'm selfish. Yeah, I am that guy. Fuck you. I am that guy. I'm not gonna say sorry to you at all. I've changed. I'm that guy. Because I have different priorities. I have a different goal than yours than just crying, bitching about, oh, those days were so good. I miss that shit. Oh, I cannot do that shit because I have this excuse, Y excuse, Z excuse. I don't want to talk to a bunch of losers who are just gonna say negative shit. If you surround yourself with positivity, positive energy, positive vibration, frequency, positive affirmations, positive thoughts that you can do that shit, you're gonna have positive shit. If you consume bad shit that your girl is a hoe, if you consume too much red pill content, oh my, she might be getting banged by someone else. Oh my god, it's impossible. If you think that money is impossible, that much money, government taxes, government has good taxes, 9 to 5, rich people should pay taxes, rich people are evil, money is evil, God is not real. If you consume all the negative, you're only gonna attract more negativity and you're gonna start believing those stuff. So whatever you consume, whether it's watching TV, whether it's scrolling shit, if you're even, this also goes to the whatever the fucking song you listen. I'm very selective on what type of songs I listen because your brain unconsciously listens to those shit. If you're listening some song because you fuck with the vibe, your brain will start listening to it and then it will start remembering those words and it will start acting on those words. If you think it's, if the song is full about bitching, hoes and cheating and all this stuff, you're gonna do that shit. Your bloodline is gonna carry that shit. If you consume all the bad bullshit that women are bad and all those stuff, you're gonna become that guy who think women are of course gonna be bad against you and you are gonna be that. So theory applies it. This whole hour, man, it's already an hour. This whole video is basically about mindset and shit. Basically, to remove all your expectations, to remove all your limiters. I call these things as limiters. And I call these people who are limiting beliefs, I call them as limiters. Limiter. Why? Because they don't believe them in themselves. So, I told you everything till now. It was all about removing your limiting factors. If you think that is possible or not, it's not. Because who the fuck are you to decide your own limits? It's not like I am the one who's this. There's all that motivation shit. I'm the one who decides my limits. That's cringe as fuck. Even you are not the one to decide your limits. Who the fuck are you to decide your own fucking limits? There's no such thing as limits. We human beings, we mortals, I'm gonna say this word mortal term again and again because we creatures are the most nosiest, assiest species in the entire galaxy, entire universe. You know why? We are superior from immortals in a certain way. So we are superior from this alien's existence and all those stuff in a certain way. I'm not saying completely superior. We mortals are superior in one thing because we have limited amount of time, 100 years of lifespan. We don't have, lifespan of 200 years, 500 years like a fucking animal or alien or whatever, trees or anything. The trees have a lifespan now. I'm just saying, we are the creatures, species who have limited amount of time, but we are the pokiest. We poke our nose in every given aspect. We are always on a hunger to search new shit. Why the fuck? We are going on the Mars. We are finding new shit to find out. We are just aliens to them as well. So we are going on Mars to live there. There are another planets to live. Do you think there's a tech? We are so pooky that like nosy. Yeah, not pooky. Okay, I was saying pooky. Fuck man. We are so nosy that we have developed a technology that can see light years ahead, universes ahead. How the fuck do we know there are infinite universes, galaxy? How the fuck do we know there's A2, B2, whatever the fuck the planet name is, at this many light years ahead? There's this and that and blah blah bullshit and all this stuff. There are multiple universes, galaxies. This planet is this much away. We have found life in this universe. How the fuck do we know that? We have developed a technology because we are always hungry for new shit. Do you think we would have come up with this many dishes, this many food and all those stuff, this many inventions, new stuff again and again? We are always on the hunger of creating new shit more than anyone else. And this is because we have limited amount of time and we always want to do something that no one has done. And like me, I'm one of you guys. I'm one of these species of human being. I'm curious to know, to discover this, to show you guys that I'm gonna, not gonna, I will, in near reality. It's not. I'm not gonna say future. It's bullshit. I'm gonna say reality. This existence, this timeline of me, in few days, I'm gonna find a way to make $1 billion in just couple of hours, days, without hard work. You've been lied that you need all this information, you need decades, you need to be old this much enough, you need to do investment, all this stuff. I believe there's a way that you can make that shit possible. I'm gonna be that one guy. And I'm also gonna be that guy every fucking people look up to me, like be feared and look up to me. That this dude is something else. My martial arts, way of talking. I'm gonna be the jack of all trades, who's actually gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy who is him. I'm gonna reach to the fucking limits. Reach? I don't have limits, sorry. I'm gonna go beyond it. I'm gonna fulfill my purpose of life, that God sent me to do this shit. You've been sent to a certain purpose of that shit. So, I'm gonna discover a way how it's done. Because the people who are on the top, ouch, sorry, don't want to let you know how it's done. Because if there's a nation of a country, like, sorry, if there's a whole nation who knows how to make $1 billion, who the fuck is gonna pay off the pockets of the higher ups, the people who don't wanna make you know how to do it shit? If everyone's rich, then who's gonna serve them? The people in the top want to rule the world. They want people to be slaves. They want people to be in their control. That's why they create new shit every time. New product, new service, or some kind of way to keep you stuck. So if your end goal is money, then you won't make it. Fuck off. Even if you get all my information, even if I reveal you how $1 billion is made in a day or something, even if I post a video soon, that I will, because I know, even if I post how I make $1 billion step by step, 99% of the people will just say he's bluffing, he's a scammer, he's gonna sell some shit. I don't need your fucking money. I'm gonna become that version whose abundance of money. I'm gonna make $1 billion. I won't need money. My end goal is to chase the character, not the money. My goal is to get the freedom of abundance of everything, that I can just buy the fucking building and just be careless. Oh, I just invested $100 billion in this shit. And just improve on moving on my aspect, how to be a better person, communication skills, way of articulation and all this stuff, mastering, reaching humans' max potential, becoming a better guy, husband, son, ultimate person, ultimate student of the God. So I'm gonna be that guy. Now you might be asking how I'm gonna make $1 billion. So this might be, oh my god, okay. Let me tell you how I got this mindset. How I got this shit. You guys might be playing games, right? You might have, of course, played. Everyone might have played some games here and there. There's always few things like currency, stats, money, coins, gems, energy, whatever, and you have certain stuff. There was a day. Let me go back to my few months ago story. How I got introduced to this new mindset, this abundance of knowledge, abundance of God's blessings, abundance of love, everything. Even though you might have seen me talking from a fucking hut, this is just a mere reality for some short amount of time, because I know I'm gonna move the fuck out of here in I'm just gonna move out in 1 or 2 days. Even though I don't have the money, I'm saying this shit on your face. I'm gonna make $100 million by today, or even an hour or something. Then $1 billion in 3 days, and my name is gonna be on the Forbes Entrepreneur.com, and my Character is gonna be so good. It's gonna be everywhere in Pinterest and people. I won't be needing to pay creators to clip on me. I won't be needing any fucking money. I won't be needing people. I won't be needing to pay some people to make edits on me. Like there's a creator clipping shit going on that if you pay some people, they'll clip your shit. Of course, I'll do that shit. Of course, I'm gonna do that shit. Why not? But I'll reach a point that people will start making edits on me. People will start talking about me. The whole world will talk about me. Everywhere, my name will be there. Till the last breath of my life. Like, I'm gonna live up to 100 years, I know. I'm gonna be known, oh world. My family is gonna know, my future kids, they're all gonna be living the best life. And their best life in the sense like they're not gonna live like super luxury. I'm gonna teach them every fucking thing that school will not teach them. I'm not gonna lead them to a fucking school or something. You have seen Ronaldo, right? If you have known Cristiano Ronaldo, why do you see so many people making edits on him? He's such a fucking character. He has the unbreakable mindset that he's the fucking best soccer player. Fuck you, soccer. Football player. I don't like soccer word. He's the best football player. He believes in that shit. He went from broke, absolute broke, to changing the whole perspective. The football is known for Ronaldo and Messi. These two are the people who made football famous, basically, and mostly Ronaldo and Messi. Yeah. Why do you think people make so much edits on Ronaldo? He's such a good character that people love him so much. That aura, that vibes. Even the haters can't stop talking about him, because if they started talking about him, but like because if they start talking about themselves, no one would listen. So they talk about shit about him. That's the aura. People love to make edits on him without him even paying a dime. They don't even. Ronaldo doesn't even know who the fuck is how they are making, because he has built such a character that attracts positivity, vibrations, and all those stuff. I want to become that guy. Beyond that guy. So I got introduced to this mindset by playing a game. I realized that life is a fucking game. And I was just fucking broke, super depressed and all those stuff. Everything was just going downhill. I got scammed by someone, I won't tell it. I got scammed and a girl just ditched me. Before meeting my girl, a different girl just ditched me. And good to know I overcame that girl, because yeah, I don't know. Good to know I was not too much into that mood, but my business flopped. Like I said, I failed 6% brands. 6% brands before getting to this shit. Right now, I tried every single thing. I got scammed in fucking courses, buying products and stuff that I thought it's gonna change my life, but when I got that shit, it didn't end. So I used all my money I got. Then I left my 9 to 5 because it was just not meant for me. And also, they were just making me work too much, and they said I was not working at all. They made me work all the stuff. I almost made them $100,000 in leads, pure free leads, by social media and all this, and they just didn't know how to use it, and just they kicked me out. So I just fuck you. I'm gonna make my own shit. They all thought I'm just bluffing of making $1,000 a month or something. These people think that $1,000 is a lot. So back to the point. Everything was going downhill. My business was not making at all. I failed my fifth business or sixth business or something. I don't know which number. I failed a lot of times. I got scammed a lot of time. My mom and brother are keeping on telling me, because for 10 months I haven't made a fucking money yet. I'm been broke. I'm everything lost. My mom is saying you're a piece of shit, disappointment. My mom is just, ever since I left my job, even before job, she just had a limited mindset. You can do it, you can't do it, you can't do it. You're not gonna make it, you're gonna make it, you're a piece of shit, it's not gonna happen or something. My brother just keeps on adding his stupid ass spices on the life. It's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. You're a fucking idiot, cringe. You're making fuck ton of videos, you're cringe, you're not gonna make it. You're wasting your time and all those stuff. I just sat on the point, went to the Play Store. I don't know. I was started crying on all the stuff. I was crying because after my mom left for doing her work. My brother went for his playing shit, like college and all this stuff. I was devastated. I was sitting in front of God. And I just opened my phone, sad and all this stuff. I went to the Play Store and I just saw this game. I just saw this game randomly. I don't know, but I know for sure that God gave me this point of view, that God showed me this app. The app is called Business Empire Rich Man. Just search it up. It's a business game. I just searched business game for some reason. I was not even paying attention. I just installed the app, okay. And there was this interfere. Let me show you to guys. Like if you start clicking, like it's a business game that you can make money by clicking, and then you can invest that money in crypto, trading, real estate, buying companies, automating your shit and all this. It's a real good game. I think everyone should fucking play it and decode this shit, how it works. And I saw this, that if you click, you earn this much dollar. I was just clicking like this much, like clicking and seeing my dashboard. The dollars are increasing again, and the currency was in fucking dollars. So everything in this game is almost similar to the real world. It's super similar. Yes, the numbers are different, name is different, everything's super similar. And I was doing this, clicking, and you can see, right, the money is increasing. Now I don't need to click this shit. I automated this shit, my business and all those stuff. Now I make what, $100 billion a day from this shit. So I was just clicking. I was started crying, man. If this money was here, if I could just earn this much money by this shit. I was started crying to God, if I could just get this money in real life, if I could just tap this shit and make money. So I was getting paid, I was making $200 or $300 per click. Now I've upgraded it. Now it's reached to max level of $4,700 a click. So I just make $100,000 in few seconds or something. I cried a lot, and that day I don't know what happened. I got addicted to this scheme and got better at this shit. And I think God grabs that situation when I told him that I wish this could happen. And after a few months later, I just uninstalled because I got everything done. And couple of again months later, I failed again and all this stuff. This time I was not crying. I was just fucked up. Like, what the fuck should I do? I cannot live the life of average. I cannot even kill myself. It's just shame. So I reinstalled this game, and instead of playing it like blind ass person, this time I just saw this. Like I was just saying this shit. Okay, I realized this one thing, that this is super similar. This game is super similar to the real life. What if I take this tapping experience, you tap and earn money? What if I take this and replace it with a skill that pays you money because you're adding the efforts, right? Let me take the tapping shit as a skill. I just have to replace it as a skill. Okay, what's that one skill that can make me this much money? And then I invested in all those business and cryptos and BTC and all those stuff and various business and made billions of dollars. So what if I applied the same formula thing from abundance mindset, that let me take this as a real, let me take it seriously. Let me not just blindly consume and play this game like a douchebag, and think from a different perspective. What if I can make this much amount, $1 billion in a real life? There's gotta be a way, a skill that makes this much amount of money. And for the investment, okay, what will I do after the money? You can't just be a douchebag and spend it all. So my god, my neck is paining. I'm just too hot. Sorry. I look good. Enough self-glazing. So there's an investment side. So there I got to know that if I invest in BTC, Bitcoin and all those stuff, couple of thousands of Bitcoins and Dogecoin, I'll make my money back because it's gonna rise up. Gold, silver and all those stuff. There are certain companies that if I invest, and I looked up to in the Google and all, also they were actually making that amount of money. So if I just find a way that can make this much amount of money with this certain skill, then I can start investing and buying companies and start investing in Bitcoins and Doge, all those stuff. Even though I don't have money, if I take this game seriously, if I think from abundance perspective, $100,000 is $100,000. $1,000,000 is not a lot once you start making $1 billion in a game. I was like, okay, fuck it. Let me take this game seriously and think from that perspective. Think that this much money is nothing compared to me. $100,000 is not a lot. $1 million is not a lot because it's in dollars, right? The currency in dollars. It's an almost real life simulation game. So I just have to find that certain skill, certain thing that will make me this much amount of money. And I know, and I also written where I want to invest. Now I'm just gonna be that angel investor type of guy who will just invest fuck ton of money. Now, I know my purpose. I'm gonna be angel investor and also grow my personal brand because without what's the use of personal brand having all that money if you are not gonna build your personal brand and all those shit. So now I know where I want to invest. I know my purpose that this drop shipping, trading, coaching, digital products, affiliate marketing, network marketing. Okay, this can be aside because I have never seen any of these guys making billions of dollars. All I've seen is all the billionaires never did any social media shit. They instead created something that changed the perspective of life. Apple. Do you think Apple, Steve Jobs created Apple? Do you think he did all those stupid stuff? Do you think he followed the same path? He could have went to the business where he could have invested in real estate. He could have made something else, but he created something of his own, unique, something different. Now iPhones are every fucking where. He has created AirPod Max, AirPods, iPads, iMac, iBook, I this and iAS, whatever you wanna name it. iPhones are just gonna be permanent. Now iOS, different software, different chips. He has created something different. Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. I don't give a fuck if you guys are against him. If ideas means nothing, ideas means nothing if you can't execute on that shit. Even if the idea is stolen, I don't give a fuck. Mark stole the idea or not, bro. That dude fucking executed that shit. He bought that shit into reality. I can have couple of $1 trillion of idea. I can have billions of dollars of idea. But to prove my worth, to prove that those are $1 billion idea, I have to make that shit into existence. If I can't bring that shit into reality, bring that kid into life, it's like a kid, right? If you can't bring that son into life, if you can't fuck it inside a woman's womb, if you can't put your semen in that pussy, it won't come into life, right? I know it's a weird example, fuck it. But if you just jack off, ideas, masturbate, all that sperm is just gonna go into the drainage. I know this is a stupid ass example, but that's the realest way. Unless you put your dick inside the pussy, then do your thing. Then only the kids is gonna come after 9 months. Same logic applies into this shit. If you have ideas and don't execute that shit, it's nothing. You're a fucking asshole. What am I talking about? It's like an hour 30 minutes video, man. Cool. But I think a lot less people watch that. I don't give a fuck who watches this or not. Anyone watches this will only have benefit. Anyone not watching it, I don't give a fuck. Less competition for me. So I finally found it. And I also, during the way, I also found out a way you can buy fucking businesses without even needing capital in the first place. There's this thing called seller financing. Seller financing. I didn't even knew this shit was existing. So I started taking out my own way. So right now my goal is how I'm gonna make it like find out, brainstorm a way that there's gotta be a single skill that gonna make money, and I'm gonna buy some businesses without even having money at all, because and will talk to the business owner like I know what the fuck I'm doing. It all takes with like confidence, know what the fuck you're doing, have the balls, the risk to risk it all. Because right now I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. I'm in the fucking trenches. I have no money. I'm gonna be kicked out. I have no internet access. My internet is gonna expire in couple of days again. I got a free net, okay? I got a free net. I don't know how it's God's blessing, it's maybe his blessing, so he gave me free internet access. I got 7 days free internet access. Now it's only 2 days remaining or 3 days. I don't know how much days remaining. I used it. So less internet access. I have $100 phone, big brains, big balls to risk. nothing to lose, every fucking thing to gain. So I'm gonna buy some businesses, do some research, find out that hidden way, and as soon as I find out that, I'll make a fucking hour long video about it. And you might be thinking like, oh fuck, this nigga, this dickhead made me watch all this shit just to say even he doesn't know that shit. Uh, Answer is yes and no. Yes is because, yeah, of course I don't know it yet, dumbass. But I know how I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna buy businesses. I'm gonna build something that's no one knows. I'm gonna invent something that no one would have thought of. And why did I tell you guys this much yapping? Because a lot of people have lost their creativity. A lot of people have lost their inner kid. When you were kids, you had all the big ambitions and dreams. When you got fucked with the life, when you got brainwashed, you just lost every hope. Now you just want to live the life of average, living the bare minimum, just staying happy. It's all about the mindset. If you don't believe it's gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. I had to explain this theory because even if I told you the method how $1 billion is made, it wouldn't have made sense how I'm able to yap this shit. It wouldn't have made sense of me talking in a fucking camera, in a fucking broken laptop, potato laptop. I'm recording this shit with a fucking potato laptop. I have yapped over 2 hours or something. Sorry, not 2 hours, 1 hour, 30, 40 minutes or something. Because I know this shit is possible. If you don't begin with the theory, if you don't know the theory how it's possible, because before even knowing this stuff, there's always gonna be a blocker that it's impossible. I don't believe this shit. This is always how it's gonna happen. Are you gonna make it happen? If I don't give you guys the answer of that shit first, if I don't make you believe that you have to believe in yourself to make it happen, to trust in yourself that you can do it, then you wouldn't have got the answers. Now, ouch, my bad. Now, I know there's gotta be a single guy watching this. He might have got this brilliant idea to create something new. I want you to just stop fucking watching this video and just work on it. Because you have enough information, enough knowledge to know that, okay, fuck. There's a different version of me who has changed the fucking world. Who has maxed out all his fucking stats, and he's in the top of the world. I just had gotta act like him, think like him, walk like him, talk like him, become him. You are him, I am him. You gotta start saying these affirmations. Think like him, talk like him, walk like him, act like him, become him. I am him. I am the fucking abundance. And keep thinking that. Would that version of you would give a fuck what others would think? Would that version of you waste time scrolling doom shit? Would that version of you keep jerking off? Would that version of you be scared to approach that hot girl, the girl that you have crush on? Would that version of you would be scared of taking risk of starting a business or something? Would that version of you be afraid of his parents, friends, family, or surroundings, that he's gonna be judged for trying out something new? He's gonna be called out crazy. Bro, I've been called out more than you can even think about. I've been called stupid bitch, every single word you thought. You have to sacrifice a lot. Without sacrifice, you won't get shit. So that's it. Everything is in here. You have the abundance. You know what's expensive more than strength and everything. Even if you lost all the money, why do people say, even if I lost all my money, I will bring my money back? Because they have learned that skill. Because they know something. Because in the end, you are your biggest investment for yourself. If you don't invest in yourself, if you don't believe in yourself that, yeah, I can make this shit happen. I can get any girl I want. I can make any amount of money I want. I can beat this fucking boxer. Do you think Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson thought they would become world's top boxer without believing in himself that they are the best. They always kept themselves saying that they are the best. Ronaldo kept saying himself that he is the best footballer. That's why he's in the top. They all believe that they are him. They are the version. So I'm gonna make. So for me, I think $100,000 is not a lot. 25,000, $100,000, $1 million. My bad. $100 million. $1 billion is not a lot. It's all just a mindset on what you think. Because I used to think $1,000 was a lot when I was in my fucking 9 to 5. When I got introduced to entrepreneurship, my god, $1,000 is nothing. I can make $10,000 a month. When I started talking with millionaires, all the big dudes, I consumed all the good stuff. I got introduced to, okay, I can make $100,000 a month. You might have seen all the old videos of me. I had certain information I could have worked, because not having access to some shit, constantly being in a bad environment like mom and all this stuff, stupid ass place, all the negative people that you can't do it, and lack of information or lack of my actions, lack of my discipline, consistency, I didn't make $100,000 a month. But I think God made me fail on purpose to achieve even bigger goals, like $1 billion. Like I came up with the crazy shit. So $1 billion is nothing. Think from a game. Once you reach a certain point, you just don't give a fuck about money at all, because you have abundance of that shit and you get to spend everywhere. Take the game seriously. The world you're living in is also a fucking game. You are unconsciously already playing a game who is ruled by a power. Why do you think Matrix movie has so much opinions on it? Because it is so much related to the real world. And it's not even fake. It is Matrix real. God is real. Demons are real. Everything is real that you think is possible or not. If you think you are not capable of doing that shit, right. You are right. If you think you cannot do it, if you think everything is bad against you, if you think you cannot get that woman, if you think you cannot do it, you're right. I cannot argue with a donkey. I cannot argue with a mammal who has brains of nuts. If you think you can do it, you can be on the top of the world. You're crazy enough to think that you are the best. You can pull off something out of nowhere, nothing, out of this. Good. I believe in you. Because even no one does, the biggest believer, the supporter is you yourself. God is always watching you. I'm always there for you. Because I'm the one who realized it first before anyone in this fucking world. There's nothing God as impossible. You think I'm just gonna make $1 billion by acting like I already made $1 billion, and I'm gonna act like that version was already made $1 billion? What would he be doing right now? He would be buying companies like nothing. He would be buying companies with $0 spent. He would create something out of nothing and just release it and just make it out. So I'm just gonna do that shit. I'm gonna follow my gut instincts. I'm gonna follow that him version of myself that has maxed out everything. God is great. I'm great. I'm the best. You're the best. Oh God, I'm looking hot. Get bombed. Keep dreaming big. Log the fuck in. You don't have time. Shit's about to go crazy. And if you don't lock in right now, clocking for the rest of your life. Dream bigger.